Have you ever found yourself questioning why the world seems to be spinning without you? Why the buzz of human affairs no longer captivates you the way it once did? You're not alone. In a world where distractions are endless and genuine connections feel fleeting, many of us find our interest waning. But what if this detachment is more than just a fleeting phase? What if there are deeper, hidden reasons behind your disinterest? Buckle up as we dive into the 8 compelling reasons why you might have lost interest in the hustle and bustle of human affairs and discover what it really means to be one of the chosen ones who sees beyond the ordinary. If you're curious to discover these signs, let the universe know you're ready by typing "I am ready" in the comments below. And if this video resonates with you, be sure to like it and subscribe for more insights. Let's dive in. Vision beyond the ordinary. Have you ever felt like you see things differently from others? Like there's a layer beneath the surface that only you can perceive? This isn't just your imagination. It's a vision beyond the ordinary. While most people get caught up in the hustle of daily life, you're able to step back and see the bigger picture, noticing patterns and connections that others miss. This kind of vision isn't about predicting the future or having supernatural abilities. It's about seeing the world with a sense of clarity and depth. You recognize that there's more to life than the material world, and that true fulfillment comes from understanding and embracing the unseen forces that shape our reality. With this vision, you start to see past the distractions that dominate human affairs, like the endless pursuit of status, wealth, and superficial success. Instead, you focus on what really matters, the underlying truths that connect us all, the spiritual insights that guide our journey, and the higher purpose that drives our actions. This ability to see beyond the ordinary often sets you apart, making you feel different or even isolated at times. But it's also what empowers you to rise above the noise and confusion of everyday life. You're not swayed by the latest trends or societal pressures because you know there's something more profound at play. In essence, your vision beyond the ordinary allows you to tap into a deeper understanding of existence. You see the interconnectedness of all things, the ebb and flow of energy, and the subtle influences that shape our world. This perspective not only helps you navigate life with greater wisdom, but also prepares you for something greater, a purpose that transcends the mundane and connects you to the vastness of the universe. So, if you ever wonder why you feel disconnected from the usual concerns of human affairs, it's because you're attuned to something much more significant. You're one of the chosen ones, gifted with a vision that allows you to see beyond the ordinary and into the extraordinary. Understanding time's illusory nature. Have you ever felt like time isn't as straightforward as it seems? Like it speeds up, slows down, or even stands still at certain moments? This isn't just a quirky feeling, it's a glimpse into the true nature of time, an illusion that's far more fluid and flexible than we're led to believe. For most people, time is a rigid structure, days, hours, minutes, all neatly organized into calendars and clocks. But if you're one of the chosen ones, you start to see that time isn't as linear or fixed as society makes it out to be. You realize that the past, present, and future are more interconnected than we think, and that our experience of time is shaped by our consciousness. This understanding can be both liberating and disorienting. On one hand, it frees you from the relentless march of time, allowing you to live more fully in the present moment. You begin to see that time is more of a mental construct, a way for humans to make sense of change and continuity in the physical world. When you grasp this, you stop worrying so much about the ticking clock and start focusing on what truly matters. But this shift in perception also distances you from the everyday concerns of those who are bound by time's illusion. While others stress about deadlines, aging and running out of time, you see these as superficial concerns. You understand that what really counts is how you spend your moments, not how many you have. This allows you to prioritize experiences, relationships, and spiritual growth over the pressures of a ticking clock. This insight into time's illusory nature also opens the door to a deeper spiritual awareness. When you stop seeing time as a limited resource, you start to tap into a timeless realm where everything is interconnected and eternal. You begin to see your life as part of a larger tapestry that transcends time and space, connecting you to a higher purpose and the cosmic flow of existence. So, if you ever feel out of sync with the rest of the world, it's because you've broken free from the illusion of time. You understand that time is a tool, not a trap, and that by seeing through its illusion, you can live a life that's truly meaningful and aligned with your higher self. Shift from material to spiritual values. In a world driven by consumerism and the relentless pursuit of material success, it's easy to get caught up in the chase for more. More money, more possessions, more status. But what happens when you start to feel that all of this is, well, empty? That's when the shift from material to spiritual values begins. For many, life revolves around acquiring things. A bigger house, the latest gadgets, designer clothes. These are the markers of success in a material world. But if you're one of the chosen ones, you start to see through this facade. You realize that no amount of stuff can fill the void within. The more you acquire, the more you notice that the satisfaction is fleeting, leaving you craving something deeper, something more meaningful. This is where the shift happens. You start to turn away from the material and begin to embrace spiritual values. You begin to understand that true wealth isn't measured in dollars and possessions, but in the richness of your inner life, your connections with others, and your alignment with higher truths. This shift doesn't mean you suddenly renounce all material goods or stop enjoying the comforts of life. Instead, it's about reprioritizing what truly matters. You start to invest more in experiences, in personal growth, and in relationships rather than in things. The joy of a deep conversation, the peace of meditation, or the fulfillment of helping others becomes far more valuable than any physical item. As you make this shift, you might find yourself increasingly disconnected from the mainstream culture, which often equates happiness with material success. But instead of feeling left out, you feel more connected to yourself, to others, and to the universe. You see that life's true purpose isn't about accumulating wealth, but about cultivating wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. This transition also brings a sense of freedom. When you're no longer bound by the endless pursuit of material wealth, you're free to explore the spiritual dimensions of life. You start to seek out experiences that nourish your soul, whether it's through nature, creativity, meditation, or simply being present in the moment. You realize that the most valuable things in life, love, peace, fulfillment, can't be bought or sold. Ultimately, this shift from material to spiritual values aligns you with a higher purpose. You become less concerned with what you have and more focused on who you are and how you can contribute to the greater good. It's a transformation that not only enriches your life, but also helps you tap into the deeper, more profound aspects of existence, leading you toward a path of true fulfillment and enlightenment. Rejection of consumer culture. Imagine stepping off a never-ending treadmill, a treadmill that everyone else seems to be running on, day in and day out, chasing the latest trends, gadgets, and status symbols. This treadmill is consumer culture, a powerful force that convinces us that happiness and self-worth come from what we own. But what if you've started to see this chase for what it truly is, a hollow pursuit that never leads to real fulfillment? This realization is the first step in rejecting consumer culture. In a world where we're bombarded with advertisements, social media influencers flaunting their latest purchases, and a constant pressure to keep up with the Joneses, it's easy to get caught up in the cycle of wanting more. More clothes, more tech, more everything. But the truth is, no matter how much you acquire, it never feels like enough. The happiness that consumer culture promises is always just out of reach, leading to a sense of dissatisfaction and emptiness. If you've started to reject this culture, you've recognized that true fulfillment doesn't come from material possessions. You see that consumer culture is built on the idea of lack, making you feel like you're always missing something, always in need of the next big thing. But by stepping back, you understand that you don't need these things to be happy or complete. In fact, the constant pursuit of more often distracts you from what really matters. Rejecting consumer culture means redefining what success and happiness look like. Instead of measuring your worth by the size of your bank account or the brand of your clothes, you start to value experiences, relationships, and personal growth. You begin to focus on what brings genuine joy and contentment, things that can't be bought or sold. It's about finding pleasure in simplicity, in the beauty of the natural world, in the connections you make with others, and in the quiet moments of introspection. This rejection isn't just about saying no to consumerism. It's about saying yes to a more meaningful, purposeful life. By turning away from the endless cycle of consumption, you open yourself up to deeper experiences. You start to question the messages that society pushes, and in doing so, you reclaim your freedom to define what truly matters to you. Rejecting consumer culture also often leads to a greater sense of environmental and social responsibility. When you're no longer obsessed with acquiring more, you become more aware of the impact your choices have on the world around you. You start to prioritize sustainability, ethical practices, and community over convenience and excess. Ultimately, rejecting consumer culture is a powerful act of self-liberation. It's about breaking free from the chains of materialism and finding a path that aligns with your true values and purpose. It's a journey toward a life that's richer in meaning, connection, and authenticity. A life where you're no longer defined by what you own, but by who you are and the impact you make on the world. Embrace of solitude and reflection. In a world that's constantly buzzing with noise and activity, the idea of solitude can seem daunting, even uncomfortable. We're conditioned to believe that being alone is something to avoid, that silence is awkward, and that we must always be connected, always doing something. But what if solitude isn't something to fear, but something to embrace? A powerful tool for self-discovery, clarity, and inner peace. When you embrace solitude, you're choosing to step away from the chaos and distractions of the world. You're allowing yourself the space to breathe, to think, and to simply be. In solitude, you find the quiet that is so often missing in our fast-paced lives. This quiet isn't just an absence of noise. It's a gateway to deeper reflection and understanding. It's where you can connect with your true self, free from the expectations and pressures of others. Reflection is the natural companion to solitude. When you take time to be alone, you create the opportunity to look inward, to examine your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. It's in these moments of reflection that you gain insight into your life's direction, your values, and your purpose. You begin to see patterns in your behavior, understand your motivations, and identify what truly matters to you. This kind of self-awareness is essential for growth and transformation. Embracing solitude and reflection can be a powerful antidote to the constant busyness and external validation that dominate modern life. Instead of seeking approval or distraction from others, you turn inward, finding strength and clarity within yourself. This doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world, but rather balancing your interactions with others by prioritizing time alone. It's about recognizing that solitude is not loneliness, but a valuable space for personal development. In solitude, you can explore your creativity, your spirituality, and your deepest thoughts. It's where you can meditate, journal, or simply sit in stillness, allowing your mind to wander and your spirit to recharge. This practice of regular reflection can lead to profound insights and a greater sense of peace. You start to understand yourself on a deeper level, which helps you navigate life with more confidence and purpose. By embracing solitude and reflection, you're also aligning yourself with the flow of the universe. You learn to listen to your inner voice, which is often drowned out by the noise of daily life. This inner voice guides you toward your true path, helping you make decisions that are in harmony with your authentic self. It's in these moments of quiet that you can hear the whispers of your soul, leading you toward a life of greater meaning and fulfillment. So if you've ever felt the urge to retreat from the world, to spend time alone, don't resist it. Embrace it. Solitude is not something to be feared, but cherished. It's a space where you can grow, reflect, and connect with the essence of who you are. And in doing so, you'll find that the more you embrace solitude, the more connected you become, not only to yourself, but to the world around you, in a deeper, more meaningful way. Alignment with higher truths. In a world filled with noise, opinions, and fleeting trends, finding clarity can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. But for those who have begun to see beyond the superficial, there's a pull towards something deeper, something more authentic. This pull is the call to align with higher truths, the timeless principles that transcend the chaos of everyday life and connect you to a greater understanding of the universe. Aligning with higher truths is about recognizing that there are universal principles that guide our existence, truths that go beyond the physical world and touch on the spiritual, the ethical, and the eternal. These truths aren't bound by culture, time, or circumstance. They are the fundamental realities that shape the fabric of life. Concepts like love, compassion, integrity, and unity are examples of these higher truths, principles that resonate at the core of our being and guide us toward a more meaningful existence. When you begin to align with these higher truths, you start to see the world through a different lens. You're no longer swayed by the temporary, the material, or the superficial. Instead, you're guided by a deeper understanding of what truly matters. This alignment brings a sense of peace and purpose, because you're no longer chasing after things that don't fulfill you. You start to live in harmony with the universe, following the natural flow of life rather than fighting against it. This process of alignment often requires a shedding of old beliefs and habits. It's about letting go of what no longer serves you, whether it's toxic relationships, limiting mindsets, or societal pressures, and embracing a way of life that reflects your true values. This can be challenging, especially when the world around you is moving in the opposite direction. But the more you align with higher truths, the more you realize that this path is not only the right one for you, but also the most rewarding. One of the key aspects of aligning with higher truths is the ability to see beyond the illusions that dominate much of human life. You start to recognize that many of the things people strive for, wealth, power, fame, are fleeting and often empty. Instead, you focus on cultivating qualities that have lasting value, like kindness, wisdom, and spiritual growth. You understand that these are the things that truly enrich your life and the lives of others. This alignment also brings a sense of interconnectedness. You start to see how your actions, thoughts, and intentions ripple out into the world, affecting not just yourself but everyone and everything around you. You begin to live with a greater sense of responsibility and awareness, knowing that by aligning with higher truths, you're contributing to the greater good. Ultimately, aligning with higher truths is about living authentically. It's about being true to yourself and to the principles that you believe in, regardless of what others might think. It's a path that leads to deeper fulfillment because it's rooted in the understanding that life is about more than just survival or success. It's about growth, connection, and realizing your highest potential. So if you feel a calling to rise above the noise and connect with something deeper, listen to it. Aligning with higher truths is not just a personal journey, it's a transformative one. It's a journey that will not only change your life, but also help you make a positive impact on the world, leading you to a life of purpose, peace, and profound meaning. Focus on global and cosmic concerns. In a world obsessed with the latest headlines, celebrity gossip, and the daily grind, it's easy to get caught up in the trivialities of life. But if you've found yourself less interested in these fleeting distractions and more drawn to bigger, more profound questions, you're not alone. This shift in perspective is a natural progression for those who begin to see the bigger picture, a focus on global and cosmic concerns that transcends the mundane. Focusing on global concerns means expanding your awareness beyond your immediate surroundings and considering the broader implications of your actions. It's about understanding that the choices you make don't just affect you, they ripple out and impact the world at large. This awareness often leads to a deeper sense of responsibility and a desire to contribute to something greater than yourself. Whether it's advocating for environmental sustainability, supporting social justice, or promoting peace, you start to see your role in the collective journey of humanity. But this focus isn't just about the planet we live on. It extends into the cosmic realm. When you start contemplating cosmic concerns, you're tapping into the vastness of the universe and our place within it. You begin to see Earth not just as a standalone entity, but as a small part of a much larger cosmic tapestry. This perspective brings a sense of humility and wonder as you realize that our lives, though significant, are but a blink in the grand scheme of the cosmos. This cosmic awareness also raises profound questions about existence, purpose, and the interconnectedness of all things. You start to ponder the mysteries of the universe, why we're here, what lies beyond, and how everything is interconnected in ways we're only beginning to understand. These aren't just idle musings. They're a call to explore the spiritual and scientific frontiers that define our existence. As you shift your focus to these global and cosmic concerns, you might find yourself less interested in the superficial aspects of life, things like material wealth, social status, or personal drama. Instead, you become more invested in understanding the larger forces at play and how you can contribute to the greater good. This doesn't mean you completely detach from everyday life, but rather that you integrate this broader perspective into everything you do, making choices that align with your values and the well-being of the planet and beyond. This expanded focus can also bring a sense of peace and purpose. When you're not bogged down by the minutiae of daily life, you're free to explore the deeper questions and make meaningful contributions. You realize that your actions, no matter how small, can have a significant impact when they're aligned with these larger concerns. Whether it's reducing your carbon footprint, supporting global causes, or simply educating yourself and others about the universe, you're part of a larger movement toward a more conscious and connected existence. Awareness of energetic influences. Imagine walking through a vibrant city street, feeling the buzz of energy all around you, people's emotions, the flow of activities, and even the invisible currents that shape the atmosphere. Now take that concept and expand it to a grander scale. The idea that everything in our world, including ourselves, is influenced by energetic forces. This is the essence of understanding energetic influences, a fascinating perspective that can transform the way you experience life. Energetic influences are the subtle, often invisible forces that affect our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. They include everything from the vibes you get from a place or person to the broader cosmic energies that shape our experiences. Once you become aware of these influences, you start to see how they impact your life in profound ways. For instance, you might notice that certain environments make you feel invigorated and inspired, while others drain your energy and leave you feeling unsettled. This isn't just a coincidence, it's a reflection of the energetic quality of those spaces. Understanding this, you can make more conscious choices about where you spend your time and with whom you interact, seeking out environments and people that uplift and energize you. Similarly, you become more attuned to the emotional currents around you. You might find yourself empathizing deeply with others or feeling the collective mood of a community. This heightened sensitivity allows you to navigate social interactions with greater awareness, leading to more harmonious relationships and a deeper understanding of how to manage your own energy. On a larger scale, awareness of energetic influences extends to recognizing how global events and cosmic cycles affect us. For example, you might notice that certain phases of the moon, solar flares, or even significant astrological events seem to have an impact on your mood or experiences. By tuning into these patterns, you can align your activities and decisions with these natural rhythms, leading to a more balanced and harmonious life. This awareness also involves understanding how your own energy interacts with the world. Your thoughts, feelings, and intentions all emit energy that influences your environment and those around you. By becoming mindful of your own energetic state, you can cultivate a positive, grounded presence that attracts good experiences and fosters better connections with others. Incorporating this understanding into your daily life means being proactive about managing your energy. You might adopt practices like meditation, energy healing, or mindfulness to maintain a positive and balanced state. By doing so, you enhance your ability to respond to energetic influences in a way that supports your well-being and aligns with your higher goals. As we wrap up our exploration, remember that this journey toward a deeper understanding of yourself and the world is both profound and personal. Whether it's through seeing beyond the ordinary, rejecting materialism, embracing solitude, or aligning with higher truths, each step brings you closer to a state of sacred serenity, a place where you feel truly connected and at peace. If you found this exploration enlightening and you're ready to dive deeper into these themes, join us at the Sacred Serenity YouTube channel. Here, we delve into topics that elevate your consciousness, empower your journey, and help you live a life aligned with your true essence. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What resonates with you? What's your journey towards sacred serenity like? We'd love to hear your insights and experiences.